Same. Right. Okay, hello everybody. I think we have certainly a full complement of team members from ISB. We have Megan, I think, who's on the call, and Megan, you're the only alum at the moment. Welcome, greetings. Megan, you have the option of staying or leaving. What I was going to do, because we had so few attendees, is just record this and post it so that it can be watched later. So let me know, Megan, if you want to stick around or not. But I'm going to proceed anyway, as if we had an audience of thousands, which we don't. But thank you, Megan, nevertheless. So here we go. Hello, alum, wherever you are around the world. We have an update on our work on anti-bias and anti-racism. Present on the call with me are Stacey Stevens, who you know. Stacey has been very active as a response to the letter from Christy last year. And she has deserves my thanks and the thanks of everybody, I think, for the way in which she has supported me, led much of the work. Stacey is leaving ISB to go to the International School of Kuala Lumpur. I take my hat off to her, and frankly, I think we all should, for the work that she's done to support the beloved school, which is ISB. Stacey may well step away now that the recording is underway. You can give her a round of applause when you watch this, wherever you watch it. I'd also like to introduce Clarissa. Clarissa Sison is our elementary school principal. She has been here for 7 years. Feels like 15, and I mean that nicely, Clarissa. COVID has gone on and on, hasn't it? We now have Kerry in the audience, along with Megan. Kerry, just to update you, we only have 2 alum present. I'm recording this and posting it. You're welcome to stay the course now or step away. Either is absolutely fine with me. Clarissa has been appointed by me to be the leader of the anti-bias, anti-racist staff and faculty group, about which we will discuss a little bit more in just a while. Clarissa has for many years been working on projects related to diversity and inclusion, and she is a well-known voice in international schools for her work on gender equality in education. So I'm very pleased that she's taken up the role for leading that group. And in fact, they had a big session yesterday afternoon. Clarissa has her final year at ISB next year before becoming Deputy Superintendent of the International School Manila. And one of the things she's looking forward to next year in her last year at ISB is leading this work. Thank you, Clarissa. You now have the gift of time. Please don't let anyone say that I don't give, and give. Thank you, Clarissa. And then the other member of the team present this morning is Sarah Sisu, who goes by Sisu. Sisu is part of our middle school faculty. She's going to be a coach, a pedagogical coach, a teaching coach next year, moving into a new role. Sisu has been part of the dialogue about anti-bias and anti-racism at ISB since we picked up this important work this time last year. She has been a leader. There's no question about that, and she remains part of the faculty and support staff anti-bias, anti-racist group as it migrates into next year, and the work that will be led by Clarissa. So Sisu, thank you for everything you've done in getting us to this point. Following those introductions, I will begin. We're going to go back over what we've done since last we updated you in December 2020, looking at the progress this semester and looking forward to next year. That's how we will proceed this morning, this evening, this afternoon, whenever you watch this. So from last December, as you remember, we conducted alumni survey and listening session with one of our consultants, Jose Medina, who's been working on cross-cultural competence with the school for many years, as well as dual language, but he has an expertise in this field too. Many of us have been working with Tracy Benson, whose profile you can see on LinkedIn. We've introduced him to you before. Very thorough, very challenging sessions with Tracy, who made us very accountable to the work that we said that we would do. good learning for all of us engaged with him. We assembled an anti-bias, anti-racism staff and leadership team to work to create a school-wide approach, which is the work that we said that we would do when we met with you last summer. This is our purpose statement, which has been shared with the Board of Trustees. It's been shared with the faculty and staff. I'm proud of this as a purpose statement. Obviously, statements of this nature could be finessed and wordsmithed further, but this has gone through multiple filters. This is not something that we have just imposed upon people. So I'll let you have a read through that and see if it resonates with you. So to inform the work, it's always hugely important to plant your flag, to show the direction that you're headed, and of course, what you believe in. And that statement meets those criteria. And again, that's been shared widely through the school and now with you as well. So in terms of the anti-bias and anti-racist staff and faculty group, combined with members of the leadership team as well, this is our intent. Advocacy, education, promotes reflection, thereby increasing racial literacy, empowering our community. Our vision at ISB is to empower with purpose and compassion. So that notion of empowerment is important to us. And then reflection. This is what we look to do. Set a culture. Again, allyship, state clear goals, and build action plans to achieve those goals. Make sure things are measurable and that people are accountable for the work. Stacey and I set ourselves up as accountable for this work this year. We said that we would accomplish these things by the end of this academic year. And I'm very much hoping that spirit of accountability will continue for the team moving forward next year. You remember the events of last summer, quite rightly triggered by the murder of George Floyd. Huge impetus from the courage of Christy Ellis and her letter, to which we refer in our work with great frequency. This is what we did during the course of the summer in our thinking, and then through the year. And one of the first things that I did in conjunction with Stacey was to host a town hall meeting for employees through Zoom, unfortunately, last summer, very well attended. And from that stepped forward people such as Sisu, people who wanted to take on additional responsibilities as part of this faculty and staff group. One of the most encouraging things from that work has been seeing the leadership skills of people who might otherwise not have those opportunities. The level of passion and commitment around this has been pleasing to me. We are doing our very best to embed this work through different layers of the school. So it doesn't rest with the head of school or the board of trustees. We have multiple different points through the school where there's a sense of responsibility and accountability. Here's the structure of the committee that I've been mentioning, or the group, which will be led by Clarissa next year. We've gone to do our best to include leadership and members of staff and faculty. So there's broad representation from the middle school, elementary school, high school, through the school, certainly members of the leadership team. Again, Clarissa's the point person. We are looking for people to remain in this group for term lengths. And the leadership of our work on anti-bias and anti-racism will come from within this group. I'm certainly hopeful that the work will get rolled into all aspects of the strategic planning process, which will become come into action next year with my successor, Daniel Rubenstein, who many of you have met. The work on anti-bias and anti-racism can't be a silo. It should be a constant thread through all aspects and dimensions of our learning at the school and our operations as well. So that's my hope and the commitment of this group. This is the statement of roles and responsibilities for every member of the group. What I won't do is talk through the bullet points here. I'll be quiet, which is rare for me, and just let you glance at those, but hopefully it'll give you a reassurance that there's actually work that needs to be done and accountability around it. Continued. And again, all this has been codified and shared with the leadership team and the faculty and staff. It's operational, so the degree to which they have roles and responsibilities is not shared with the Board of Trustees, but the Board of Trustees are very aware. Well, the lights have gone out in my room. Excuse me. Hopefully that's not a metaphor. But the structure of the group and its purpose, as I mentioned, has been shared with the Board of Trustees. What next for anti-bias, anti-racism at ISB? Bringing people together as a team. So yesterday afternoon, Clarissa led a long planning meeting, reflection meeting, and sorting out next steps for the beginning of the school year. Action plans, as I mentioned, that penultimate slide there. Penultimate bullet point. And then we have made sure that this group has time in the structure of the week and in service to help implement those plans and hold each other to account. So it's not something that's an adjunct or an ad hoc on the fly structure. We have meeting times built into our schedules, weekly schedules, our daily schedules, our professional learning opportunities, and we have made sure that the anti-bias, anti-racist group has a presence there as well. Now, with only 2 people on the call, this is the last slide, and only 2 people on the call, you're welcome to ask questions. Otherwise, if there are no questions there, then once you've had a chance to, once people have had a chance to watch this, if they choose to, they can always send questions directly to Jessie. You can send them to me. I will be transitioning out in just a couple of weeks, so I may not get to those. You can always send questions to Jessie, who can forward them to Clarissa, and also Clarissa will share those with my successor, Daniel Rubenstein, so he is up to date with what's on the mind of the alums. So as far as I can see, we have Chikai. As you know, Chikai is one of our faculty members. Has also been leading much of the work in the ABAR group. And we have Kerry and we have Megan on the call. So if any one of you wants to ask a question now, or if Sisu or Stacey or Clarissa want to add any comments, we can do that now. Otherwise, we can follow up virtually. I'm super hopeful that Clarissa and Daniel will keep the alum up to date through next year as well, so that you are part of the accountability structure, because it was your passion and energy, as well as the passion and energy from the faculty and staff, as well as our own conscience as well, that got us into the position of making progress on this work, which will never stop, nor should it. Any questions?
No, I just wanted to. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. It's Megan, right?
Yes, yeah. I just wanted to say thank you all so much for this work. That's a lot of work and a big commitment, and so it's incredible to see leadership, take up the cause and dedicate time to this. It's no small feat. So I just wanted to say thank you all for this work.
Well, Megan, thank you, and thank you for being such a constructive voice and helpful voice and critical voice last summer. Your energy and presence and expertise helped us a lot. So thank you very much. And hopefully you'll stay part of the dialogue moving forward. Appreciate your comments, and again, thank you and your presence today.
Absolutely.
Any other questions, comments? Clarissa, Sisu, Stacey, anything?
Hi. I just wanted to say thank you for attending and engaging. And then for those that are watching the video, we appreciate your time. And a lot of the work that we did last year, we did in collaboration with the alumni group. And we really look forward to continuing that communication and collaboration next year. So we really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, and to echo Sisu's comments, I'm also looking forward to keeping that bridge and continuing to build that bridge with alumni. Our meeting yesterday as a group was very productive. We certainly engaged in a fair amount of dialogue, wondering and questioning about how we can most effectively move forward, really honor the work that has happened this past year, as well as to look forward to how we can ensure our community here at ISB is a safe one for all individuals now and in the future. So thank you for your continued support. You will certainly hear more from me and the AWAR group in the coming months.
And I would just encourage the alumni to stay engaged. You, I think, are a really important point of accountability for a school where many of us are here for a while and we move on to other institutions where we'll try and serve communities like ISB, but the alumni is a kind of a constant thread for the school. And so continue to stay engaged, continue to ask us questions, continue to be a part of that piece of accountability for the school, because you really are the measure of how the school has done. How you do and how you feel in 5, 10, 15 years is the measure. So I really encourage you to stay connected and keep asking us questions and asking for these updates and finding out how we're doing. And thank you for all of your support along the way.
Any other questions or comments before I wrap up? Thank you, Stacey. Thank you, Sisu. Thank you, Clarissa. This year has helped me as a leader, as a person. It's been a challenging 18 months working through the COVID impact. And if you had asked me in March of last year if I was prepared and willing to take on the work with my team on anti-bias and anti-racism, I would have preferred not to. But this has made me a better person, in my opinion, a better leader, in my opinion, and has shifted my priorities away from things which are more prosaic and possibly selfish. So the work you have compelled us to do, Alum, and particularly Christy, with whom we met just a couple of weeks ago, Stacey and I met with Christy to update her as well, has been excellent, a tough experience, and one that I wouldn't change for the benefit of our students and our adults and our community, past, present and future. Thank you very much for being engaged with this. Have a good morning, have a good day. Thank you to the team, and be well. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.